Hello, everybody. How are y'all? We have David with us. Y'all say hi when you're hopping on.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Kristen. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hey,
Hello.
Patricia. Well, look at that. You're early. Well, hello, guys. Which one is this? Is this Shauna, Chrissy, or Eric?
Hey, I'm from Alaska too, so that's neat.
Are you really?
Yep, I spent a lot of my life up there, 35 years. So
Really?
yeah, it's a real special place too.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Well, hey, Janice. How are you? It hardly ever happens that you're on time. That's okay. Hey, Shauna. Hey, JC. Welcome, welcome. Bonjour.
The regular crowd is shuffling in.
It's all coming in. So, David, you jump in and you've got a question. Where in Alaska are you? Where are you from?
I'm from both Fairbanks and Anchorage. My dad moved us up there when I was about 6 and stayed in Fairbanks for a long time, then moved down to Anchorage as an adult and spent some years there working in the telecom field. And yeah, my dad wanted to go to Alaska to make a name for himself in the business that he was in or the field that he was in. He was an engineer estimator, and there was a lot of construction going on. So he called my mom and said, Ethel, start packing. We're going to Alaska.
Pack it up, Ethel.
And that was quite an adventure. You know, I've seen some beautiful things, but one thing about Alaska is it's always about a minute away from serious trouble if you're not careful.
Well, maybe that's why Shauna likes it.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
gosh. Hello, everybody. Welcome, 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 everyone.
And I understand Lori, my wife, is actually listening to this wherever she's at.
Oh, hi, Lori.
Hello, Lori. I'll try to do you proud.
Hey, Ty, how are you from Nice? Yep, you're right about the trouble.
Yep. It's a place for hardy individuals and people who are self-sufficient. So
Yeah, Kristen, my grocery order, they gave us a 3 hour window and it got here right as the live started. Welcome. Real life. So let's see. I wonder if we should Janice says hello.
Hi, Janice. How are you?
I'm so glad your videos are back, Miss Janice. Thank you so much. Yeah, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Please share.
definitely.
Pretty please. Every little bit helps.
I'm
So,
coming from the basement of the rental that we have here in Iowa, and I didn't plan this background. This just happened to be here. The
there you go.
but it is kind of pumpkin spice season now, so
Everything is pumpkin spice. I am not a fan. I'm probably going to lose a bunch of people. I don't like pumpkin spice coffee. Ew, I just want plain coffee. Well, plain is with half and half, but
yeah.
hey, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
Yes, thank you. I always forget that you can hype videos, and I never remember until Rob says something.
How do you hype it?
There's a way. when you click on the video, there's like these buttons down at the bottom, and one of them happens to be hype.
Oh,
You don't like pumpkins? No. Yeah, I like cider. I like pumpkin pie. I like things that are supposed to be pumpkin, like pumpkin bread
I love pumpkin pie.
and pumpkin pie, but don't put it in my coffee. That's just ew. Hello, how are you? David, we're going to let a few more people hop on before
Sure.
we start getting into your story, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. One of the funniest signs I saw about pumpkin spice was outside of like a car shop where it said, "We now have pumpkin spice brake fluid."
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Nope. I just want plain coffee.
Yeah. And you said
Well, hello. We did not hear from you. Got your apartment. We were wondering if you fell off the face of the earth. We didn't hear from you.
Well, no, we heard from him, but we were supposed to go through a tour with him.
Oh, well, he was probably busy. You can't buy pumpkin in France? What? You mean like canned pumpkin? That's disappointing because we will have American Thanksgivings over there. But that's super exciting that you found your place. So what do y'all do? You have to have it.
Well, they should have sweet potatoes over there. You make sweet potato pie.
not quite the same, but I'm all for sweet potato pie too. So
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a little different. Oh, you're bringing some back with you? I don't blame you. Yeah, I'll have to have somebody ship me some or something. Can you ship? You can ship stuff like that.
It's canned. If you're going to get that,
You're going to bring pumpkin seeds? Is that legal? Is there pumpkin in the American Top stores?
I don't know about that, but down the road, there's a person who's growing like squash and pumpkins in their yard, and they've definitely got some big pumpkins now.
Oh, I love it. All winter squash is called pumpkin in most countries. Oh, good to know. Well, Janice, you need to go on your patio and grow you some pumpkins. Shawnee, you're always on the verge of getting sued or something. You're that rebel. That's why we get along so well. I have a problem with authority myself.
yeah, she does.
Hence the fact I married a law dog.
But you show them who's boss.
Well, no.
No.
Oh, they sell pumpkin seeds. Well, Janice, you should grow you some pumpkins out on your...
John just sent me something.
He might not want anybody to know that. Hey! Hello, Rob.
Oh.
How are you? Hey, Lori. Just make sweet... You know, it's really not the same.
I got your text, John.
You're forgiven. Lainey. Why did I call you Lori? Lord, I can't see. That made me push this all the way back so I can't see. I'm old. They sell pumpkins, but not in a can. Well, see, now that's a whole other process right there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm in for all that. I mean, I guess if I'm desperate enough. I was watching this lady the other day. She is in Brittany, and it's apple season, so she had picked all of these apples, and so she had sliced them all up and dehydrated them. But then she's like, "I'm going to put them in the air fryer to see if I can crisp them up and make apple chips." She smoked up her whole house. It caught fire inside of the thing, and she's like, "Don't do this." I love apple chips, though. Yeah. All right. Well, I think. Are y'all ready to hear Dave's story, or do y'all want to chit chat a little bit more? Hold on. Seen a video of that an American friend was trying to buy turkey and cranberries. And she had a special order. It was a huge ordeal. Well, I don't care if it has to be a chicken. The turkey is not I don't care about that, but
I would rather have chicken than turkey.
And Shauna, you should have seen Matt's face when you said that we would do a sweet potato showdown.
Oh, girl,
you don't even know. Legendary is what I'm saying. Legendary.
Diane can make casseroles. She can make the pies. I mean, you name it, she's going to make it out of sweet potatoes.
All right, they don't care about my sweet potatoes. You rather have chicken or duck? All right.
Ooh, duck.
So we are going to turn the floor over to David. He is going to tell us about their experience and what happened when Shauna. Be nice.
Game on.
So he's going to tell us his experience with his visa appointment and all of that fun stuff. So over to you, sir.
Okay. All right.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
It's an honor and a pleasure, really. We've been following you ever since we found you. We've been following you, and it's kind of exciting to see the channel growing and developing, and just you're our go-to for a lot of information.
Oh, thank you. That's really nice.
Hey, Rob.
Rob, you've joined us for story time.
Yes.
Welcome.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time. No talking about my rooster. PG show. Okay. Floor's yours.
So just to give you some backstory, Lori and I met about 20 years ago in Ohio, when I was in Ohio there. And we got married, and she's got children from a previous marriage, and I've got children from a previous marriage. So about 2 years ago, we got tired of how central Ohio was growing so much, and we wanted to get away from the bustle of the crowd, so to speak. So she had some experience in Iowa, so that's why we decided we're going to look in Iowa. And we found a home for sale in this little town, and we bought it sight unseen practically. We just did a video tour and moved in, and it worked out great for us. But it gave us a chance to kind of step back and decide what we wanted to do next. I've been retired for about 2 years now, and Lori was planning on retiring in June at the time, or into July actually is what it ended up being. And so like last February, she just kind of came to me and said, "Hey, let's take a trip overseas. Let's go over to Europe. Let's go to France." So yeah, I'm always up for an adventure. So we got our tickets and for October 2nd, and started researching, looking at videos, doing a lot of digging into what it was like over there. And the more we did, the more we found out that maybe as long as we're going over there, we might as well try to see if we can set up camp there, kind of live there for a while and travel around. That was exciting to us, while we're still able to move and, relatively healthy. We just wanted to go out and see as much as we could see. So that started that ball rolling. And so, of course, there's a lot of hurdles to cross or hoops to jump through. You've got to get in your health insurance. You've got to have a rental over there. You've got to have proof of, what am I trying to say? You've got to have your rental insurance, health insurance, proof of a place to live. So we started to do that. And we sold the house we have here in Iowa, which is why we're living in a rental now. And with that money, we put it towards those things. And then as far as the visa process goes, we started online with the French government website there. They've got a visa portal that you enter into. You create an account and get that set up, and then you can fill out the visa form. And once that's complete, it gives you a number, an FRA number. And then it takes you over to, you're supposed to go over to what's called TLS Contact, which is sort of a subcontractor for actually setting up the appointments and working with any questions you might have and helping you with the process there. So we went over to that and got our appointment. Actually, when we did it the first time, I did it way too early. It was like 6 months out. I was so anxious to do it. But you do it 3 months from the time that you're going to be in France. So when it became time for that, Lori found someone who is a consultant, somebody who will help you with that process. He also will help you with getting medical insurance when the time comes, and getting your visa residency going again after a year. So we used him, and he got us another appointment. I was really anxious, as soon as that 3-month mark came by, I'm like, let's get it going, let's get that locked in. But he did get us an appointment. So I think it was September 4th. We went for that. We had all of our paperwork. So you need to have your birth certificate, a copy of your passport photo, your proof of insurance over there, medical insurance, proof of having accommodations, and there's a couple other things that you need to have. It's all on the website there. I think I've got it printed out somewhere too.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah.
JC wants to know, did you have to translate any documents for the initial appointment?
Oh, good question. So since we're in America, they can take documents in either French or English. So it didn't have to translate there. If you apply in France, you would have to have all your documentation in French. And I believe that American citizens cannot apply in France. You have to apply from your home country.
Right. That is true.
Yeah. So, yes, we got all that done and went to the appointment. The appointment was in Chicago. And since we're in Iowa, we had to drive probably 5.5 hours to get there. So we got up at 2 a.m. and started on our trip. And the last half hour was just solid traffic. We were really worried we were going to miss our appointment, but we made it on time. The French consulate there in Chicago is a very nondescript building. It just has the building number on it. It doesn't even say a sign on the outside that it's the French consulate. So we found the buzzer and rang it. Nothing happened. There was a person who happened to be sitting there and saw us through the glass doors and walked up and opened the door for us. And we got in there, and then we went to the right room, and there was a guard there who had us scan our packages and anything we brought with us, and walk through a metal detector. And then there was just a little lobby area, little plastic chairs there, that you sit in, and 3 rooms off to the side, very nondescript. I guess I had the idea of being a French consul that it would be wood paneling and some big deal, but no, it was just a little office there. And they had 3 rooms off to the side, and people were being brought in one at a time to do their visa application process.
So you didn't get to go in with Lori?
No, even though we're applying as a group, as a couple, they took us in individually.
Okay.
And then once we got in, the process was very quick. I was surprised. They didn't really ask very many questions at all. They just made sure that we had all the right documentation, stapled it together, scanned it over to make sure everything was correct there, and gave us a receipt. And then we also got the overnight for the passports to be sent back to us. And then we sat there for another few minutes, and then they brought us back into another room to do biometrics, where you take your fingerprints, thumbprints, and a photo of your face. And I believe that's because there's something new coming up for the entry into Europe in the Schengen area that's going to involve that. And I can talk about that, or we can talk about that a little bit later. But after that, it was like, okay, thank you. And that was done. So we left, and then had a little lunch somewhere in a local Italian place that was really cool, and drove back, and waited, and didn't have to wait too long for the passport to come back. But I remember I was taking a nap, and Lori woke me up and said, "We got rejected." Oh, she was heartbroken. And so I looked at the paperwork. It was in French, but I translated it, and evidently we had not shown a clear enough description of how we were going to take care of ourselves while we were in France, and just needed further proof of our funds, that we had enough to support ourselves in that regard. We met everything that they had put on the website, but I believe that if you have further, like investments or some kind of IRA or some larger sum of money, that you should mention that too. And we did that in our next letter.
Mm-hmm.
We contacted the person we were consulting with, and told him about it. And he was very helpful in getting us another letter crafted that was more descriptive.
It was a good letter.
Yeah. Did Lori share that with you?
She did.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
George.
Hey,
yeah. He's so crotchety, I swear. Yeah, when you guys emailed us and let us know that y'all were denied. Oh, I was so sad.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, it is sad, but then again, you just have to regroup yourself and try again.
Yeah. What's going to be funny, or not funny, but would be ironic for us, is if one of us gets approved and the other doesn't.
And the other doesn't.
I mentioned that to Lori too. She said,
"Yeah, hold on, I got to shut this door."
And more than likely, she would be the one getting approved and not me, and she would leave.
Me too. Lori would be like, "Okay, well, come over and visit when you can."
Just close that door. Oh, we still got people delivering stuff to our house.
Wow. Big order. Well, I've got an actual page that has the supporting documents on it, so I can read that off quick, so that everyone watching can kind of know what to expect.
It's coffee. He teases me because I get so many Amazon packages, but that's coffee, so he's good with that one. How
So
soon did you go back for another appointment?
oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I have a page with the supporting documents, so I'm just going to go through that real quick.
Okay.
You need, of course, your passport. They want a copy of your passport photo and any pages that have stamps on it as well. If you've been traveling around and have visa stamps, they want copies of that too. And it has to be not expiring within 6 months of your travel. So that's, of course, kind of common sense. But they need the purpose letter for your stay and travel. If you're going to be employed over there, because they want a letter from your employer, a proof of business ownership. But since we're retired, we just put in the fact that we are not going to be doing any work over there, not going to be pursuing any employment of any kind. And then again, there's also the proof of enough funds to cover your stay there too, which is statements from Social Security, pension statements if you have them, and bank, at least the last 3 bank statements they want as well. We didn't take the whole statement. We just took the deposit part where it showed that those funds were going into our bank account. I don't know if the fact that we didn't have a large balance all the time at the end of the month made any difference, but it doesn't hurt to have that,
Right.
to larger amount at the end of, at least for those 3 months. For that. And then there's proof of accommodation, like the rental agreement or a property title or deed, anything else that supports that you have accommodations over there. I've heard some people use Airbnbs, and if you can get the person to give you that kind of letter, that's great. And then travel health insurance, which we got, which can be a little pricey. The coverage we got will actually, if once we get on the French healthcare system, we can drop the remainder of it and get a refund. So,
well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also took a copy of our birth certificates, marriage license, and proof of our current residence in the U.S. We had that on another site that we had for required documentation. And the person at the interview said that, oh, you probably should take that with you to France because they'll probably ask you for that over there when you go to validate or, confirm your visa over there.
The proof of your residence here?
Yeah. I would just take it with me. It's always better to have too much than too little.
Amen. I'm a firm believer of that.
That's where that goes. But yeah, so we ended that second interview and felt better about it, but still, once you've been burned, you're kind of like, now anything can happen. So
I can tell you that once we heard that, I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, what are we going to do?
We started going over everything again.
Yeah.
We need a plan C. What happens if, oh my gosh.
We've been doing that too, and, but of course, France is our top of the list, plan A for sure.
Yeah.
We're going to go over for at least 3 months because we've got the tickets. And you can do that without having a residence visa. We can spend 3 months over there.
Mm-hmm.
But we're pretty hopeful that everything's going to go well.
How long did it take you to get your response back?
It was about a week. Probably, they say 2 weeks. That's the ballpark. And it could take that long in some cases, I suppose. But we got ours back very fast, actually.
I hear it.
How soon did they let you come back for the second appointment?
You can make
know.
that as soon as you can. They don't put a restriction on that. There's an option. You can go for a second appointment, or you can appeal it. And appealing takes longer. And we were told it's not always as successful as just reapplying everything that they want. So.
And where did you say that you're going to be staying? Lisa wants to know.
Oh, okay. So we are going to be in Puy-sur-Loire, which is a smallish town in the Loire Valley, kind of central France, which works for us because that's a nice point to reach out in all directions.
Right.
And look. We've been looking all over the place. So we also were looking at Brittany and Normandy too lately, and kind of considering the weather and just a larger expat community and just a number of things. Like I said earlier, you really can't go wrong in France. You could throw a dart on a map and hit a beautiful town. So
you're right about that. Bye, Rob, if you're still on. Can you see these comments, David?
I can, but they're very on my phone.
Oh, he's on
yeah,
the
that's
phone.
right. Janice, yeah, he did take his birth certificate.
They didn't ask for it in the interview, though. They just kind of looked at it and said, "Oh, you'll probably need this over there." You know,
Okay.
I don't think they needed to validate anything in that regard. Maybe since that was put out, they have better ways of tracking people, so you can't fake a birth certificate or something, or whatever. But this new biometric system that they're implementing is going to take effect October 12th of this year.
I was seeing that on some videos, and it also helps them create better records, I guess. Is what
Right,
they were saying.
right, yeah. I've got a little note on it here. It's going to improve border management, prevent overstays, and combat crime and terrorism. That's their goal.
Yeah.
Travelers will need to use the system on their first visit to the Schengen region after the launch date, with subsequent visits being faster because you're already in the system. The first visit will be where you'll actually do your registration if you didn't do it for your visa appointment.
Right.
And then it's going to replace the traditional passport stamp and automatically calculate your authorized stay in the Schengen area. So, they have that 90, 100 day,
Right.
100 day rule.
Mm-hmm.
So that will help calculate that automatically. There'll be a mobile app too, to pre-register and to fill out the questionnaire, so you can, reduce your time at the border actually with that. And it's going to affect non-EU nationals traveling for short stays of up to 90 days. So those non-resident foreign nationals in the Schengen area, but nationals of the EU countries and those having valid residency permits will not be affected. So anyone who's gone through the process that we're going through and gets their visa, their residence visa, won't have to do that. But
Yeah.
that's going to affect October 12th. So,
Janice, your appointment is October the 6th. I still can't believe your situation. Visa appointment was 9/3. You received your passport back with the visa in the mail 9/12. That is amazing. Yeah, it's pretty quick.
great.
Did they ask for your marriage license and birth certificate? He said no to the birth certificate, but did they ask for your marriage license?
No, he just kind of looked at it like, oh, okay, like you've got this, but they didn't.
Oh my gosh, and all the trouble I went through to get all that mess.
Well, you'll have it when we get over there, though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. He said he took his birth certificate. I want to know because I cannot find anywhere on the list they require you taking it. He said they didn't require it.
Right. And we got that information from another source. So that could have been just an old source or something. But for the initial interview, no, you don't really need your birth certificate or
Well, that's good.
marriage license.
It's your third time to do it.
Oh,
bless your heart.
Yeah, for sure.
Good.
Yeah. So the other options we're looking at, because I like to have plan B and C too, is to do what they call the Schengen shuffle. Have you heard of that? Yep. Right.
Yeah. I want a home base. I mean, we'll do it if we have to,
Right.
and I mean, we're like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do if this happens to us? And then because Portugal, I don't know what it is about Portugal. It just looks hot, and I'm sure it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't call me. Albania, absolutely not. It doesn't call me either.
Right.
The thing that keeps me going to France right now is with us being able to exchange our driver's license.
That's big thing.
That's
for
my
him.
big thing.
Whereas I would be like Shauna said, get one of those little cars that you don't have to have a license, and
one of those little electronic.
If France won't let us in,
cars.
Maybe Italy would.
So
did any documents require apostille?
Not for us. No, none of the documents required that. Maybe because we're applying here, we're in English is fine, or the documents we had didn't require that. So
I got a divorce decree translated into French by this lady in Caen, which, by the way, I have an excellent translator if y'all need it. She's with the courts over there. So, and I asked her if it needed to be apostilled, and she said, no, if not, if you're going to use it in this country. So I guess because it's translated from them in the courts,
it doesn't have to be apostilled.
Yeah. I'm glad it's not until the 12th. Did anything need to be translated? No, not for this one. I think that applies when you get over there.
Yeah, when you get over there, that's when you have to have the translated pages. That's why we're trying to do ours.
By Janice.
We're trying to do ours up front, so we'll have them all.
Yeah, just trying to get it done.
Right.
Yeah, they will in France. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, I'm going to explain what the Schengen Shuffle is to people.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a strategy that takes advantage of that 90, 180-day rule for Schengen countries, where you can be in a Schengen region for 90 days. It doesn't have to be consecutive, but it's within that 180-day window. But then you have to leave for 90 days before you can come back in. So non-Schengen countries like the UK, Ireland, Morocco, North Caledonia, and Albania, those are places you can go and spend those 90 days and then come back in. But you have to be careful, you have to calculate it pretty closely. So Albania, you mentioned that before, but the attraction for that for some people is that Americans can go there visa-free, just on your passport,
for a year. Yeah.
And
the thing about Albania, and we follow a man named Patrick. I think it's Overseas with Patrick is his channel. He's from Fort Worth.
Yeah. Retire Overseas with Patrick.
I'm sure they have them, but all I ever see are apartments. I don't ever see houses, and I don't want to live with somebody attached to me other than him, if that makes sense.
Right.
Well, I hope so.
Please share your translation. I will if you email me. I'm not going to put it on here because I don't know that that's cool, but email me and I will be happy to give you that information.
We also looked at North Caledonia too, and that's actually a pretty interesting place. They do have houses there. Maybe not the selection that they have in France or anything, but it's an interesting place. We're just looking forward to exploring all around, actually.
Right. That's what's great about being over there is you're so close to everything.
Well, what she's excited about is if we're over there in France, that we're going to be real close to Italy, because that was our first choice when we started all this. But you know, I mean, we could still go there if we wanted to. But when we did a pros and cons, and we even did a video on the pros and cons, France just blew everything away.
Yeah.
Other than I love Italy. And what's really funny is we were watching a video just a minute ago on the town that my French tutor gave me. I told him, I said, I'm going to give you homework every week, just like you give me homework. So at the end of every lesson, you're going to have homework too. I said, I need you to find me a town in Occitanie with the mountains in view, close to the sea, not touristy, not expensive, and that doesn't get too hot.
And boy, he
came through for me, because he gave me a town that we were just watching. Holy shnikes. And it looks like Italy too, which is a bonus.
It looks just like Italy.
Yeah, it is. Oh my.
Great. You custom ordered a town. That's great.
You know, yeah. And so, I mean, how else am I going to get the information? I'm not there, right? And he lives in Occitanie, so.
Right.
So I think we're going to end up probably doing a video on it.
Yeah. So that's why I'm not saying it yet, because I'm gatekeeping until I do the video.
Yeah. Well, our first choice was in Occitanie. We had a little town called Saran that we were going to be moving to, and we were really real close to it. Mm-hmm. But then we started looking at the fact that they didn't have a local doctor. It wasn't very close. I think they might have had a pharmacy in town, or at least in one of the little towns around there, but we're not going to have a car. So
yeah,
we wanted a town with a doctor, pharmacy, transportation, buses and train lines and things like that. So Puy-sur-Loure fits the bill there. Also, it's a little cooler up there. It's not the hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this town we were looking at, the high was like the average high is like 81,
and that's in July and August, and then the lowest temperature is 44.
So,
and that's throughout the whole year,
and that's probably because you're close to the mountains there. So
yeah. Stunning. I just love that whole area. What is it? Gers? Gers? Gers?
Gers. Gers.
That whole area is just beautiful.
Gers.
But and that's what I told him. I said, I don't want to be where the wildfires are, because they have those over there. And what else did I say? I can't remember. But anyway, he came through and it was,
you didn't want it to be real touristy.
Yeah, that was another thing. I said, I don't want it to be super touristy.
Do you know if I've missed any questions about the process? I want to make sure people get as much information out of me as they can, or they want to get.
I don't think so. But y'all put your questions in here if you've got them. Janice had, but you answered Janice's.
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah, if y'all have questions, we'll even put them up on the screen.
Yeah. Take advantage of it while you've got it.
Well, it's good to learn from somebody who's made mistakes, you know.
Well, and I don't know that you necessarily made a mistake. I mean, you don't know. You just.
And plus, you're doing this on your own, right?
Right. Well, we did have some consultation, but for the most part, you know, we put the package together on our own.
Yeah.
He helped us with the second letter of intent. The first letter of intent that he said was sent was just a paragraph, and we really should have expanded on that more than we did, you know. And that's why it's a fine line, because some people say, well, don't give them too much information, and some people are like, well, you've got to tell them enough about this.
Right. Exactly. And that's what I heard. Don't give them a litany. It could even be a paragraph, but apparently not.
Yeah. Right.
So, I mean, I'm sure it varies, just like
it might vary person to person or office to office.
Office to office. Yeah.
Yeah. But everything funnels into Washington, D.C. And I think, of course, that's where they make their final decision. So
your letter was a little over a page. Okay.
Yeah. So was ours, actually. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds reasonable.
You've applied for the long stay visitor visa,
yes.
didn't you? Okay.
The LS one, yes. That one.
Yeah.
And they can give us a 6 month. If they don't like us for a year, they can say, okay, you can go for 6 months too. So
yeah, I want to say I heard that happened to Janice, that the first time she got her visa, it wasn't for the full year and she had to come back. I could be wrong, but I think so. Hoping you'll do on the Occitani. How funny you should say that. We have one more video in.
We're behind though right now.
Yeah, so we record 2 to 3 weeks in advance. So we have one more video to record on LA Villain in Brittany, and then we're going to move to Occitani.
And then after Occitani, we're going to move up to Normandy.
Yeah. So it is coming. You heard people's statements were thrown out and they just asked them to write a 1-line statement?
Wow.
Oh, my.
That's someone that's been probably reading too many letters during a day. Like, I don't care. Just write it up.
Dang. Didn't ask for
just
all that.
I like the place and I'm good with it.
Any thoughts on processing delays at certain times of year?
Well, I'll tell you, because when we went the first time, it was the tail end of the students coming through. So there was a longer wait at that time because, of course, they're applying for student visas and things like that. So, yes, it does vary from time of year. Probably the later part of the year, the winter time, the non-touristy times or school times are the better times to get your appointment if you've got a choice about that.
Yeah. Well, it's different than, I guess, Italy is, because, you know, he just said they all funneled through Washington, I can't remember how Italy's does, but each consulate has discretion. Basically, they don't have to go by what the country does. They can, you know, so like right now, the country, Italy, their passive income requirement for a couple is about around 38,000 euros a year. But Houston Consulate said, no, it's 62,000 net.
They double it.
And then there was a lawsuit. This UK couple appealed and sued and won. And so they're like, no, y'all can't do that. Well, Houston said, well, hold my beer, because yes, we are. We're not changing it. So
yeah, because we check it ever so often, and it's still showing 62.
It shouldn't be able to do that. David, so Selena's asking you what town you were going to move to. I know you already said, but
okay, so it's called Puy-sur-Loire, and it's a smaller town in the Loire Valley that we've found.
That Loire Valley, that's a nice place.
Oh my gosh,
we did a video on it.
I have not found a bad place yet.
No,
to be honest. Well,
yeah.
I didn't care for Grenoble. I didn't care for that at all, really. And I don't like Paris. Sorry, want to be Parisian. It's just not my thing. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I just don't feel like you could go wrong. Probably in January. Yeah, we're not going to get to retire till 2030, and we've already started translating and stuff.
The only way I'll get to retire earlier than 2030 is if this deal with Trump passes that he's putting in for moving the retirement age from 65 down to 60.
Yeah, everybody hates him. I doubt anything will go through. Good advice to do it. Yeah, and Rob was even saying that if you're gonna do a rental, to make sure that you start all that and get your rental when it's not peak season, because it's cheaper.
And another thing Rob has on his channel is a 15% discount on, he had put it up on the board, but I think we were busy talking on insurance for over there, that if you go to his site and you get the insurance through that site, I think it's Fab.
Mm-hmm.
He said that you get a 15% through his site.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So I saw the question, the comment about Washington, D.C. being a faster processing center.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably true. In fact, if we have to come back after the 3 months, we might just take up, get a B&B in Washington, D.C. for a couple of weeks and reapply there.
Really?
Yeah. So
I'm not looking forward to the decluttering.
you know,
we got so much stuff.
We own. So yeah, I'm with you. But
we're still trying to decide right now, though, if we're going to ship some stuff over. I know she wants to take all of her kitchen stuff, but my deal is looking at furniture and stuff. Are we gonna go over there just empty, or are we gonna go ahead and ship some stuff over? But
I don't know that I will do the furniture, but I will probably.
I don't have a whole lot of. I've just got clothes and some personal things, and that's it.
I was watching this lady on TikTok that they just moved just outside of Paris, and they shipped some boxes over. I want to say she shipped 30. The number 33 is coming into my head.
She shipped a lot of stuff.
And tax, title, license, all of it. It was like $5,700.
Wow.
And so I guess at that point you have to decide, is what you have work. Is it going to be cheaper to, replace all that, or,
Well, Lori decided to ship a box over. She's packed a box of clothes and other items, they're essential items that she feels there are. So we shipped that box over, and I think the total cost was about $500 and some. So it's not a cheap proposition, but if there are things you just can't do without, that you can't get over there, then it could well be worth it for you.
I'm sure that I probably can. I mean, a couple of my ones that I want to take are my baking pans that are French. So, I mean, I'm sure, but I've already paid so much for them. I don't want to do it again. You know what I mean?
I've got so many tools and stuff out there in the garage that.
Now that you can get again.
Just selling the stuff. I mean,
oh yeah.
I was giving it away. After a while, it's like, here, I can't take it with me, so just take it.
I know of some people around here that would come over and take it for free.
Oh yeah.
One of them is my sergeant.
I don't know that our kids would really want hardly any of ours. I mean, there's certain things that they would want, of course.
Well, one of my daughters, she wants our grandfather clock.
Yeah, but we'll probably get to the point where it's like, just come get it.
Yeah, we made a couple trips back to Ohio with stuff for her family. In fact, they came one time and with a small U-Haul or truck and took away some things too. So, it went to whoever was meant to be.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. There's what, Shauna? Just leave a box with the kids and tell them to bring stuff every time they visit. You know what I mean?
I'm probably
keeping sentimental items. Everything else is donated. Well, here's one of my kids.
Well,
you want that? She wants that painting in the bedroom.
What painting?
The one on your side. Oh my gosh, funny.
She can have it.
Your tools, yeah. Hey.
What?
Maybe I want it, but I don't.
We'll sell it to her then.
No.
Get something out of it.
So he wants me to sell you it.
We're going to have like three checked bags, 2 carry-ons probably, and a backpack, and dogs. So we're going to be hauling around a lot when we get there, and I'm just hoping it'll all fit in a cab or on the train.
Is
Yeah.
do you guys need him to go over anything about the animals? Sean, I know you have 500 dogs that y'all are taking.
Brenda playing for that, yeah.
Otherwise known as 4, I think is what you're really taking, but
Definitely
a lot
help
of dogs.
with that.
Yeah, we're not going to take George. I mean,
Mm-mm.
if George is around, which I don't know if he will be or not, but he won't be coming with us.
He'll have to go with Haley, and that's his best friend anyway. He sure doesn't like me, and that's supposed to be my dog, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. We have a small Yorkie mixed dog that she's coming with us. She's about 5.5 and got her little carrier. And in fact, tomorrow I'm going to the vet to get the paperwork for the trip. So you have to time it just right. They have to have a chip and a rabies shot. The rabies shot comes before the chip, I believe, or it could be the other way around. But anyway, it has to be timed like that. And then the paperwork is only good for 10 days. So you have to get it overnighted back to you so you can take it with you over to the customs place. And yeah, it's a bit of a dance.
Yeah, it sounds like it. You're going to take your small dog with you. Taking a lot of my books because those will be expensive. Okay. Taking a little dog and 2 cats.
Mm.
You're bringing 2 cats. You wish you had 500 dogs. Shauna's asking, what airline are you taking, and does your dog go in cargo or under the seat?
Okay, so we're taking United, and United no longer puts dogs in cargo. So if you have a larger dog, you'll probably want to use Air France or some other carrier that actually does take dogs in cargo. So this dog she's going to fit under the seat. And we have some trazodone to use with her, so she's not anxious and freaked out. She's not used to riding in a small carrier like that. So it's about a 7-hour flight from Chicago and another 1.5 hours from Cedar Rapids, where we're going to be flying out of, to Chicago. So probably all in all about a 10.5 to 12 to 11-hour trip.
Yeah, I know it was a 12-hour trip for us when we went to Italy.
Ryobi cordless tools.
It's hard getting rid of the tools. I hear y'all. I mean, I've got a bunch of tools out there. I mean, that and all my lawn equipment. So
for me, it was like, how many screwdrivers do I really need to have?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, out in my garage, I had told my wife about seeing one of our neighbors in our housing area that had all these panels up on the walls where they were hanging all their tools and everything.
Pegboard.
Yeah, the pegboards. And she ended up coming out there and helping me. And one whole wall is nothing but pegboards.
And you want to hear somebody that was stressed over that? Woo, Lordy, that was fun.
It wasn't stress; it was cussing.
United allows one person to buy 2 seats so they could bring 2 small animals. Okay. The USDA process has them nervous. Oh, I think as long as you time it right.
Yeah. Find yourself a good vet who knows what they're doing and you'll be fine.
Right. Yeah. So you buy your ticket, then schedule the vet appointment, and then the paperwork is sent to customs. And is their turnaround pretty reliable?
Okay, so the actual paperwork isn't sent to customs. You take it with you and you present it upon arrival to customs. That's the way I understand it to be. I know we don't send it off. We send it to a place here in Iowa that does the actual confirming registration, whatever you want to call it, stamping it with the approval. And then it comes back to us and we take it with us. Now that could be, we show that at customs as well, but also there's a follow-up vet appointment that animals need to have once you're over there with a French veterinarian.
Mm-hmm.
That paperwork comes into as well.
The full spectrum of Ryobi tools. I know we said that earlier. Y'all, please like this, please. Pretty please. Like the video. LNS and agree. The USDA is the biggest stressor getting the pets over there. Oh my goodness.
I don't know if I'd want to go through all the stress of. And I know some people. Yeah, it's like George is he's like a son of ours.
Exactly.
But I just, he does not travel well. He doesn't even travel well in the car. He gets sick real quick. And I don't think I could put him through that. I'd rather just leave him with one of the family members that he really gets along with, which is Haley. And that's if he's still around, and he'd be happy.
Oh yeah, he would be perfectly happy. Jeff the expat had to delay his flight because of USDA cat papers. Ooh. I think you're required to bring your pet to the vet within 5 days of arrival.
Probably so.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
What's the name of the company that stamps this paperwork? I asked because I wonder if they have a location here in Houston. The stamps what? The USDA paperwork?
Yeah, that's more. It's a health department. It's the USDA health official department. It's not a separate company. So your vet would know. You find one. If you go on, there's a website you can go to. I don't have it in front of me or know the exact web address, but it's associated with that process there. And you can find a certified vet in your area that can help fill out that paperwork and answer all your questions too.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, all the vets pretty much know what paperwork and everything needs to be done, and they just take care of it all and get it in and get it back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Sean says that 10-day window after the vet appointment is breaking them out. Flights can be delayed out of Alaska. Well,
Yeah.
that can be delayed out of DFW too. Didn't I hear that like air traffic control was down for them the other day? The whole thing shut down.
The Dallas Cowboys were headed to Chicago for their game today, and their flight got delayed because right out of Dallas they couldn't leave.
Wow.
Let the conspiracy theorists begin.
Yeah, so we've been keeping an eye on what's been going on in France too, and we're wondering if things will be settled down by the time we get over there. I've watched a few videos of the protests and things going on over there, and they seem to work around it. They don't seem to let necessary things get shut down unless it really gets out of hand. But I think the French people have a long tradition of demonstrating and standing up for their rights and doing those kind of things. So it's almost a process to them that it's just part of their everyday life going forward. So
I was talking to Thomas, my French tutor, today about that very thing, and I told him that you and I were watching a video on the protest. That's the most peaceful protest I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was like watching a parade.
Yeah, exactly.
But the next day, everything broke loose, and all of a sudden you're seeing all this pepper spray and the smoke bombs coming out and stuff. And I was like, well, that escalated.
Yeah, he said that they can get bad, but I mean, what we saw didn't look bad at all.
Well, yeah, but no, they've got some more on there right now.
Months and years of careful prep, and that one of the most important things, your pet is compressed into a 10-day window. I mean,
yeah,
right.
Doesn't that figure? Let's all get together and hire a private jet for all the pets.
Hey, why not?
Private jet. Oh my gosh. When we visited France, they were having a rail strike. Since we were traveling with the Eurail pass, it did affect, but the French officials worked hard to help us out. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's
yeah. I mean, you got to respect the fact that they, stand up for themselves over there, and I mean, I admire them for it. Over here, we just take it.
Well, they definitely don't want to lose their holidays, their vacation.
Yeah, and they don't want to have their retirement age moved up. So
yeah,
right.
And then that's one thing that I got the impression of is that the French people remember their roots. They remember the struggles that they went through to gain their freedoms and individual liberties, and they hold that dear. So that aligns with my politics too, I guess you could say.
Oh yeah. I just, again, I admire them for it. If we try to do anything like some type of protest out here, it's always turning violent. I mean, we can't just be nice people.
No.
We ruin everything.
Not out here.
Yeah, especially out here.
Everyone's got guns.
On their hip. Welcome to Texas. Oh my gosh. Well, Shauna, I'm glad the rest of your stuff came in today. I was wondering, good Lord, trying to ship something to you is Nuts. Took like 3 or 4 different.
3 or 4 different times of different packages.
Oh my gosh, so funny. We sent her some beaver nuggets from Buc-ee's because they don't have a Buc-ee's out there.
Beaver nuggets. Can you explain what that is?
Oh gosh, so
They're almost like corn pops.
it's, oh my gosh, it's so funny. It's almost like gosh, what do you, kind of like a caramel popcorn, but it's not popcorn.
Okay.
It's hard to explain.
Okay.
But it's good.
In fact, Eric took a bite and said there's a lot going on here. So it's hard to explain what it is, but they're good. They're good. They're protesting the same thing there that we are here. They keep piling more and more on the working class and not taxing the wealthy.
Now, David, did you get to see me trying those snacks of the salmons and stuff?
Oh, I know. I think I caught the show after that.
Okay, well, Shauna sent me these snacks, and one of them was as a joke, which Diane had worked all day cleaning this house, and when I opened up this package of salmon jerky and this other one with the, what was it called, poke-eye or sockeye?
Okay.
This whole house was stinking so bad. And now the salmon berry jelly, that's in my fridge. I mean, that was good.
Right.
It's like it's like a sweetened puff corn. It is hard to explain.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
As long as she didn't send you any moose nuggets, that's.
You'll never live it down, Shauna. The smell was so bad. It was so bad. Oh, that was so funny.
I thought she was going to end up taking it out on me physically if I didn't close the packages up and stuff.
Because that would happen. Gosh, it was funny though, Shauna. You got me.
And here we are trying to be nice and sending you
nice things.
Nice
hey,
things.
Haley, Shauna said she wants to challenge me to a sweet potato cook-off. Saka. I'm sure it is. It was that jerky.
Oh no! Now the sockeye was it tastes good on the cracker and everything. I mean, I ate a couple of them, or actually, I ate several of them. But and George ate one, but
it was the jerky.
But it was the jerky is what really did it.
Yeah,
that was so bad.
You tried to warn us. You did,
and I did eat it.
You did try to warn us, but
yeah,
there's really not a way to warn.
No, not with me, because I've already told everybody on this site that if you send me something, I will eat it live.
What is that? Is she a marshmallow on a sweet potato kind of person? Because, ooh, Shauna, are you a marshmallow on a sweet potato type person? Because Haley says, ooh, I'm not either. I mean, I'll eat it, but it's not my favorite. You'll join the cook-off? Mine are legendary. Y'all just have no idea. Y'all have no idea. Between that and the stuffing, it's like a fight. I have to make so much.
So one thing I'm curious about when I get over there is I'm gluten intolerant. I can't do gluten, and I'm also diabetic, so I can't do a lot of sweets. So I'm just kind of curious about, they say that the wheat over there is different from the wheat here, and that I might not have a reaction to the bread over there per se. So
I've heard that. People have said that they don't get the reaction that they do. Of course, there's no telling what we put in it.
I was going to say, all the stuff over here in the U.S. that you put into food, I mean, none of that's really over there.
You've sent a peace offer. We're just messing with you, Shauna. It smelled bad, but we're just messing with you.
I'll be messing with you forever on that.
She said, oh, hell no marshmallows. Okay, well, that's good. That's important. That's a good way to mess up somebody. You know, I seem to always be in charge of the stuffing and the sweet potatoes when it comes to Thanksgiving. More so because of a control issue for me, because I don't want it to suck. No offense to my family. So yeah, I get to do it this year. You're also gluten intolerant. Causes belly inflammation. You ate a lot of baguettes and never got sick. Well, there you go. We even looked at the Queen Mary, but their kennels are waitlisted for a while. Oh, really?
Queen Mary.
Yes, you do help, Haley. Just get them at the boulangerie and not at the grocery store. Yeah. I mean, I just don't know that I could go to a grocery store and get it.
No.
I mean, we're in France.
And that's one thing that we are extremely excited about doing is going to the market and getting our fresh vegetables, breads, and stuff like that. I'm just looking forward to it.
I just couldn't imagine being in France and going to the grocery store and getting a baguette.
No.
I don't know.
I want it fresh.
Right? We are living parallel lives. You know, Shauna, I'm wondering if we're related, to be honest.
Boy,
because
that's the truth.
You know, we're like one and the same. So excited. Yes, I cannot wait I just can't wait.
I mean, I look at their produce over there and it's just so clean and bright and fresh. And yeah, and you come over here and
you get Walmart.
Yeah.
Well, especially in our town, we're in a small town. And so our options are Walmart,
Brookshire's,
Super One or Aldi.
Super One or Aldi.
Well, Aldi's from Germany, so but
yeah,
they still sell.
I like Aldi. David, do try the products there. You can get rashes from gluten and okay. There you go.
Okay, well, I will keep everyone posted too on that.
I'm diabetic and I just shouldn't eat sweets. However, I have a problem with that.
Hey, so I just want to say a little bit about language and about learning language.
Yeah.
Please.
Well, so Lori's been taking lessons for a while, and I've been doing Rosetta Stone as much as I can. But at the same time, I'm pretty much of the opinion that unless you jump in and speak it all the time, kind of get in the immersion process of it, it's going to go in one ear and out the other unless you get a chance to really practice it all the time. So I know some phrases, know some words, can maybe string a sentence or two together, but I'm going to just pick up as much of it as I can and try to learn as I go. And whether that's right or wrong, I think that's probably the best way it's going to work for me.
Well, that's exactly what I was explaining to her. Was I told her, I said, I can read stuff, and if I hear certain things, I can pick them up. But unless you're hearing it all the time and talking it all the time, which I'm not, especially out here in law enforcement, I'm listening to rednecks and stuff like that. But it goes in one ear and out the other a lot.
So that's what both of my tutors have said actually about that. And he was the one today was making fun of Duolingo. And I'm like, the thing about Duolingo that I like is that it teaches me vocabulary. The sentences that they give you suck, and you don't really learn the grammar. I get it. But the vocabulary has that I've learned a lot from Duolingo. Mm-hmm. I just started Pimsleur, and I hope it picks up. It's a lot of repetition, which I know you need, but how many times can you say, je ne comprends pas? So, I mean, and my tutor recommended that. He said, out of all of them, if you're going to get an app, do that. And he I have two tutors. So yesterday I was with Philippe, and he knows that one of my favorite shows in French is Lupin, and we'll watch that with the English subtitles on. Well, he pulled up an episode. He said, no, we're going to listen to it without any subtitles. And he said, and then I'm going to put the French subtitles up, and we'll see, how you do. And so, of course, they speak so fast. I mean, I couldn't understand anything. But then he put the French subtitles up, and I'm like, okay. So it's like I've learned enough now to where I can, pick my way around it. So I think baby steps, I'm going to try to watch some with French subtitles and see if I can do it. You resolved your diabetes by going low carb?
Yeah.
Mine is very well controlled.
I was borderline diabetes.
Diabetes? You sound like, what's that man's name? Diabetes.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Wilford something.
Okay.
Diabetes.
But I mean, I was weighing 274, and I'm down to 213 right now, and so
Diabetes.
and you're gonna quit.
Sorry.
But no, I mean,
Okay.
I don't think I'm even close to that now. My doctor's very happy with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is again. Diabetes. Wilford Brit. Yeah, that man.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. Hey,
All
you
right.
call me out when I say something.
Hey, you've got all these people right here to back you up on it, and they do. They'll back you up, especially if it's something to tease me about.
We were doing a video yesterday, and it was the word Jacques. And I was like, yeah, like Frere Jacques. Do you remember that song that you learned when you were in school? And I went, oh, I just now got it.
I tell you, your bloopers just crack us up. So,
well, you know,
I tried to talk her into doing the bloopers or go back to doing them, but
nobody watched them. So, I mean, it's like, you know, it's a lot of work.
Well, I mean, yeah, you have like maybe 100 people that watch it.
It's just,
and you've got 3,500 and something people on subscribed to you, and you only get 100 people watching it, so there's no reason to keep doing them over and over.
You know, some of the analytics are just, you look at them and you're like, oh my gosh, like they do returning viewers. There's like, I mean, we have like a handful of guys that we, you know, talk to on a regular basis that are returning viewers, but the majority are not. I'm like, what? Y'all just watch one time and then leave.
Yeah, what are we doing wrong?
Yeah. You know, either you like us or you don't.
We've got some great people that watch our channel and make comments and come to these lives and stuff like that. The
lives are the best.
They're
I think.
Great.
You got up to 320 at one point in your life. Well, I was big. I lost 80 pounds, but I did it on Mounjaro. I cheated, but regardless, it's off. You like listening to France 24. Okay, I might have to look into that one. Shauna said, great job. Baguettes in French. Be at a grocery store or boulangerie is completely different, not as dense, very clean food prep. Eating as well. You had to get used to the various meats at the hotel breakfast. You know what that reminds me of?
Oh,
Italy.
Oh
my gosh, there's salami.
Holy mackerel. This girl right here, if she could have eaten all this salami and cheese that was there for breakfast, she was throwing that stuff on the plate.
Oh my gosh, it was good.
I mean, that just reminded me of that too, right? As soon as you said Italy, and I was like, oh my gosh, I remember you with that salami. You were nuts about it.
It was so good. Small portions as well is actually more than enough. Merci beaucoup.
You're welcome, JC.
If you don't think I'm preaching low carb, we are. No. One of my daughters is actually doing low carb. I like meat. About this?
Oh yeah, I'm not stopping meat.
Really?
I did it one time and went to the veggie burgers and those bean burgers, which are good. The bean burgers and veggie burgers are pretty good. But I screwed up and went to McDonald's and got me a burger thinking it wouldn't hurt, and
it hurt.
It hurt. I mean, I stopped my diet real quick.
That's one thing I like about Mounjaro is that you can eat anything that you want to, but you're forced to eat it in moderation and just little bits of it, because you take 2 bites and you're full. I mean, it's just the way it works. You love meat. That's how you stay low carb. Well, and I like cheese and I like bread and I like potatoes and
we just like food.
I like food in general, you know, and when it's like, and I told my doctor, I want to stay on Mounjaro until we get to France. And then over there, we're going to be walking a lot and the food's better. And, you know, it's not all that kind of stuff. But then I'm like, what's going to happen when I get over there? Am I just going to balloon back because of all the food that you eat? You know, but are you really going to care?
Well, portions are smaller. So that's one thing. And they take longer to eat their food. So it's not like wolfing down food like we do here.
Yeah, see, I'm so used with my job. I'm so used to trying to eat my lunch as quick as possible, because you never know. I could sit down and all of a sudden I get a call and I'm having to go. So there goes my lunch out the door.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I've started to look for as a diabetic is the hidden sugars and things like maltodextrin is actually a sugar, you know. So it's a corn syrup derivative. So yeah, some of these things that they say they're sugar free, but they've got maltodextrin in them. So
Is that why I love Coke Zero so much? Oh
yeah.
man, it's that good.
I didn't realize how much sugar's in a lot of these fruits and stuff.
Well, but in fruit, it's like natural sugar.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
it's still sugar,
it's
but
a lot.
Yeah, there's some fruits that metabolizes in a certain way that it's not going to raise your blood sugar, spike it very high.
Yeah, because there's times I'll come in for lunch and I won't. I mean, I'll come in late for my lunch, and I'll just sit down and I'll put like 5. What are they called? Mandarin oranges. I'll put like 5 of those on a little paper plate, and I'll sit there and just peel them open and just eat 5 of those while I'm sitting here.
Yeah,
and that'll suffice me until I get home for dinner.
Coke Zero is the best thing that has been created. I have one every day. I limit myself to one, and sometimes I don't drink a whole one.
I was a nut on Diet Coke, but as a matter of fact, ever since I started this weight loss, I've got Diet Coke that's been sitting in our fridge out in the garage months. It's probably a year, isn't it?
It could be. Well, guys, we've kept David on here for over an hour.
I could keep going, but
is there anything else that they might need to know? Or
well, first, you don't succeed, try again, and learn from whatever they've given you back as feedback that you need to change. Give yourself enough time. We really are kind of in a time crunch ourselves because our trip is October 2nd. So we're still waiting to get our passports back. So we're hoping that happens in time. So, but yeah, give yourself enough time, plan ahead, make sure that you have an adequate description of all of your income sources and streams, and that you are more than able to take care of yourself over there. I think that's their biggest fear, is that you're going to end up on their social system or something. So, before we go, can we say hi to Lori, because she's listening right now?
Lori,
hi, Lori.
Hello. Wish you could have been on here with David.
Maybe
Thank you for emailing me and sharing. I really appreciate that. It gave me a lot to think about. It made me panic a little bit, but that's okay. That's not your fault. That's mine.
Yeah. So and I'll be happy to do a follow-up interview, either here or over there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Absolutely. Yeah. And let us know what happens when this time rolls around.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Either way, we'll be fine.
You will be fine. That's right. You just slow travel. Just, worst case scenario, just slow travel. Then you don't have to worry about a visa at all.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. You're welcome, everyone. It's a pleasure to be on, and I'm looking forward to the next time.
Well, we appreciate you
thank you
very much
for showing up.
Thank you guys for coming in, and hopefully he answered some questions for you. I didn't answer any. You got your questions answered. So if you have more, just put them in the comments and we can read those. And David, if you see any more in the comments, feel free to
absolutely
away. So we are going to get off here. So you guys like it. You guys
become a member too.
Right? Yeah. If you want to become a member, become a member. But y'all have a good weekend, or rest of it anyway, and we'll see y'all.
Like the stream.
Like the stream.
Au revoir.
We'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye. Thank you.